We're seeing another big kickoff in the Gators' favor. Vegas gonna take his corner boost, try and control this ball. Stoops for the shot, and that will be a goal. That is a very tight angle there. That was very good.
Oh, that was beautiful angle right over Vegas' head.
He has Exy gonna go for a flick here on Poofy. He will get the save though. Poofy's gonna try and stay on this, get it over Bonkai. Does it somewhat. Exy, potential double tap here. We're going to see that one go in. That's goal one for the Owls with 2:42 remaining.
Control right here. Good touch, just barely getting over there, and unfortunately,
however, Coyote did a fantastic job. My God, Cliff. Looking for the highlight there. Absolutely astounding. Man, KT.
I can't even dream about that.
Hello, Frontier Leagues. My name is Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. We are coming to you tonight with 3 matches to wrap up our Week 10 weekend of streaming. Got some stuff deciding playoff positions, playoff eligibility. I am here in the booth with my good friend Galloway Sackett. How you doing tonight, Galloway?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm ready to watch some fantastic Rocket League with you.
Yeah, we have some phenomenal matches coming up for you tonight. Our first one is the Owls versus the Penguins in the Elite League. This is battling over the 2nd and 3rd seeding in the Courage Conference for Elite League. For Penguins, we've got Void RL and Nutrition. For the Owls, we have Bonkai and a call-up from the Owls Star League team, Ranaday.
And I do have on good confirmation, too, that Rainy Day will be playing in the 9 p.m. slot for stream. So this would certainly serve as a great warm-up for them, for sure, playing in the Elite League against this Penguins team. But I'm ready for them to join up, Bill. I think you are as well. Let's see if we get this action on the way, get the 8 o'clock hour started for production's sake. Speaking of production, we do have Thor in the background. Everybody give him some love.
We've got Rainy Day and Nutrition taking that first face-off. Bonkai is going to try to get it off the wall, but gives it up to Void, who goes and smashes it in 6 seconds in. Penguins take a lead.
Indeed, and there's really not a lot you can get into so quickly. It's just a great little patience play by Void, about the most you can really go into. But kickoff goals be as they be, you can kind of write them off if they happen so quickly, as long as you don't let the second goal be from the same team. So Owls are definitely going to want to try to take advantage here if they can do so. But Void will get control of this ball. Goes for the flip reset, see what he can do with it. Goes for the little flick, but Bonkai is ready for it. And the float, the 50, and Bill, that's a great defensive play by Bonkai, but Penguins still very dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. As Void goes and tries to put it off the crossbar there. And wow, that was an interesting one. Rainy Day just able to walk that in. Not sure 100% what Nutrition was going for, like anticipating needing to do a squishy. That was a weird little scuffed play to tie it up for the Owls.
Yeah, they do happen. He probably saw that first touch from Rainy, thought it was going to pop up on his hood and go for a dribble play, but fortunately for Randy, they did do that, got themselves a nice, easy walk-in, as you said, but the Nutrition with a long clear here is going to try to send it down. Randy will try to catch this. We'll get control, take it to the wall, get it past one. Nutrition is there on defense. Randy getting around, but a little too wide. That goalpost is very not friendly at times, even more so when you go shooting it wide. Not even that crossbar ping that everybody loves, right, Bill?
Oh yeah, I had to watch a few matches in another league where I am a captain right after that update happened, and I've never been more upset at missed goals in my life. I really wish you could turn that off.
It would be ever so lovely if you could, but Void was going to try to get surrounded. Nutrition wasn't able to get a touch around Rainy, but Bankai there to send it right back at the Penguins' goal. Void going to try to take it slow. Out for the 50 with his low boost. Bankai kind of wins the 50 and steals the boost from Nutrition. Penguins run very dangerously low. Nutrition needing a good touch here. A very good stall tactic touch. Both Penguins still very low on boost, but they seem to weather the storm not quite nicely. They're now on the offense with Nutrition going up, getting it past one. Bankai there, great clear by him. It's been a nice, even bout of match so far, Bill. That one quick kickoff and then the retaliatory from Owls. Not a whole lot's happened other since.
Yeah, it started weird, but goal 6 seconds in, and then that odd little play where Nutrition went for the weird save. So we got Rainy Day trying to carry it in there. It's been a little slow. It's been a little sleepy. I think it makes sense with the Owls coming in with somebody new, as Nutrition able to slam that home and take the lead. That's an unfortunate miss there up above the goal, and a nice little doink for Von Kai to remember the miss and watch themselves get scored on.
Indeed, and with that, at the halfway marker, Penguins securing themselves a lead, but by no means is it a very firm lead. Nutrition there with a chance to score another one, but then a little too wide. Will allow this Owl team to get themselves a secondary chance, or not secondary chance, but another chance here. But that's gonna be a missed touch. Bankai, however, bumping Void into the void in order to buy some time there to stall out. And what an incredible save! And Bill's just so much action's trying to happen right at the moments I'm trying to take a breath. That it's hard for me to really set up. But both of these teams are really playing very well.
Yeah, this is a crazy tight game. As we got Void going in, there's a little bit of show off happening. I think Nutrition tried to go for a big fancy save, and that's why I got scored on. Even for Rainy Day's first goal, it's a very show offy game. I'm not sure how seriously our teams may be taking this, but it makes for some entertaining ball when you're watching players with this high of a skill ceiling.
Indeed, but Nutrition now going to try to take it, will flick it to the wall to try to get control of it, but Void will win a 50. It's going to be a 1v1. Bankai going up against Void, able to put it to the corner. A nice trading demo. And Randy able to get the save, get the clear out. Bankai trying to send it towards the goal, but it's a little high. Nutrition able to clear it away. Randy can't get a hold of it, but Bankai is there to try to pop it mid. Only 45 seconds remaining. This Owl team trying to do whatever they can do. That 50 was incredibly close, Bill.
Yeah, there's been some real. I mean, the Penguins have really made a show of things. I think the score to me isn't super reflective of the amount that they've really dominated possession. But the Owls have definitely had their moments, and I'm not fully counting them out from making this a series. We come into the last 20 seconds. Bankai putting it on. Void able to get a save. Keep a really solid game going for the Penguins so far. Void puts it in, goes for a 50. Doesn't get it, gets it off to Rainy Day, who has Bankai behind him to take it. A little bit of a double commit for the Owls. We'll wrap up game 1 with Penguins, the winner. It was a close game on the score sheet, but like I said towards the end, I think the Penguins really ran the show there. It felt like they probably could have scored a little bit more if they had tried to be a little less flashy.
I would agree with that. Like I said, very close by all the numerical stats, but towards the end, it really did feel like the Penguins were controlling the momentum, controlling a lot of the tempo of the action. Just doing all they needed to do to keep their iceberg secure and unbreached by this Owls team, which put up a good fight. Just weren't getting the chances that they needed to. That said, Bankai, Rainy Day, I'm by no means counting them out yet. Even though Rainy Day is a pull-up from Star, they performed well, got the one goal that the Owls had. We'll say through a little bit of misdirection with the Penguins thinking they were going to go for a flick play. But game 2 should be proved to be very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Owls at the very least can say they weathered a pretty nice storm from the Penguins. We'll see how they can respond here as we have Bonkai and Boyd going for the kickoff. Boyd's going to win that, push it back for Rainy Day, who's going to try to do a little creative juggling, but doesn't do anything with it. Nutrition throws it back on goal for Bonkai to carry it in the corner, gets 50'd, carries Nutrition off with a big bump for Rainy Day to pull it up the wall. Void going to come in and challenge, but Rainy Day beats one, does not beat True. Nutrition gets it out and comes off the wall, puts a shot on. Bonkai able to save high. Void almost gets the shot, but Rainy Day able to knock it off to the side. Bonkai carrying it with Rainy Day up ahead, trying to make a play happen. Gets it just wide to the right. Rainy Day putting some pressure on in the corner. Nutrition able to pop it out. Just about a minute in here so far as we have Boyd throwing it into the far corner. Bonkai trying to play keep away. This has been a really strong response, I think, for the first minute so far for the Owls after going down in game 1.
Absolutely, they're putting up a strong, intense front on both offense and defense. Bonkai getting the flip reset, not able to really do anything with it. That ball will eventually get thrown away. Nutrition going for a flip reset of their own. That will work very favorably as that ball would not stop hugging that car until finally it was over the defender's head. It was Rennie indeed, and I don't think Rennie quite saw the second touch after the flip reset come and build, and I think that's what made them so slow going to it, thinking that ball would have gone downwards, but instead the second touch pushed it outwards, giving them that wonderful first goal. But now after this kickoff, an unfortunate touch by Void will stymie the kickoff potential. It might go into a counter, but Nutrition doing a fantastic job in Beal. Even though it's 1-0, no, Penguins, but this Owls team is doing a good job of just applying pressure.
Yeah, I mean, they've been able to keep the ball up a lot, and clearly there's a really high level of skill. They've got to call up, the deck is a little stacked against them as they're about to, almost Rainy Day with what looked like one of the saves of the season, but Nutrition with a second touch to slam it home. 2-0 Penguins, and Owls definitely got to pick it up.
Oh yeah, and it's a fantastic touch by Rainy Day indeed, but unfortunately, not really a lot they could do with it. Bonkai able to get that out away from the net in a very interesting style. Rainy Day trying to go for the ceiling play, but the ball or their card never hit the ceiling. I think it was their card never quite touched the ceiling. Yeah, they've never touched the ceiling for that flip reset coming off of that, and that will allow Void, who's waiting patiently like a hungry shark, or a killer whale, I should say, or an orca just waiting to gobble up some seal blubber. But I don't know what penguins are predators of, man, of being things. I was going to go with the penguin reference, but I had to stay with somewhere else.
Penguins eat fish.
Yeah, very true.
Goodness gracious. Nutrition with just a nothing 50 there with Bonkai. That goes straight into an open net from a crazy angle. The Penguins are absolutely running the table here. Other than 4 saves, 2 apiece on the Owls, the stats are just not looking good. It's time to launch a big comeback. We'll see if that is possible. Boyd tried to put one on net. Bonkai trying to carry it up. Nutrition closes him out quickly and easy, able to get possession back. Bonkai still fighting for it, but gives it up to Void, who goes backwards on this to try to get it over Rainy Day and does. Puts it up to the wall. Bonkai able to knock that out. Nutrition pops it up past Bonkai. Rainy Day there to throw it forward. Comes off the wall a little bit harder than Rainy Day was expecting. Bonkai able to still keep it in play, but Nutrition 50s it forward to Void, who throws it on net. And Rainy Day almost makes the save, but it's crossbar and in. 16-mile-an-hour slow roller for Void off a beautiful headman pass for Nutrition.
Indeed, and Randy almost able to get enough, but not quite. And this game is, I don't want to say it's starting to get away from the Owls. It's already gotten away from the Owls, but there's still enough time, fortunately for them, that they can try to turn around. It's just going to be a tall order. It's only a minute 40 remaining, but they can certainly do it. All it takes is one lucky break, as we have seen plenty of times, but with both Owls up, that's going to make it a little bit awkward trying to get to offense. Randy trying to push it. Can't do much to get control away from Nutrition. Bonkai having to play slow, waiting until their teammate can get back. Randy's going to opt for the cut, which will work out favorably. Bonkai getting it past one, but the other Penguin is already back on defense. Bonkai trying to slap it wide, but Nutrition is there, but gets demoed. Randy misses that play, however, unfortunately, but Bonkai gets good control, gets demoed away for it. And with that, the Owls, which looked to be in a good position, has now been eliminated, and it's been a reset.
Yeah, this has been a hard run. I definitely would have thought the Owls would have had a little bit more going for them after the way Game 1 went. Like I said, I didn't think the Penguins were really playing full force. I'm not even certain that either team is right now, but definitely didn't think that Owls would lose the handle like this. If you asked me to predict after Game 1, no way am I saying I vote Penguins. As we got 25 seconds left, Nutrition keeps it in the Owls' end, and again, turning on it. Bonkai tries to knock it up. Rainy Day goes, gets a 50 with Void, gets it just past him, just enough for Bonkai. 250 with Nutrition. Nutrition to get it on. Rainy with a big save to keep that from going 6-0. And we close out Game 2 here. We almost have a little 0-second goodbye goal. Oh, and then we have an own goal? We do not. We have Bonkai pinching it off his own corner. Oh, it's still going here. Oh, almost onto Rainy's hood to keep a little fun energy at the end of what was otherwise a pretty rough game for those Owls. What do you think it's going to take? Is it going to be team play? Is it going to be physical play? Is it going to be, big solo plays? What do you think could be the difference that gives Owls a chance to win one and get back in this?
For sure, I think some physicality would be beneficial. Just anything to get this Penguins out of the rhythm that they're in, but by no means can they rely on it because this is elite. Any elite team can figure out how to get out of a demo heavy play style. It seems like the team passes they've been trying to go for hasn't quite worked out more times than it should. And I'm saying that because it should be working out at times. It's just a little bit slips here and there, just cracking from the pressure that the Penguins put on them whenever they try to go for that. That's starting to throw them out of their own rhythm and just feeding more into the Penguins. So if they can do a little bit, I want to see a little bit of bumping, a little bit of demo maybe at the beginning, just to say, hey, we might just hit you with this. But then to go back into a play that to make the Penguins more cautious, I think that would be beneficial, especially if they can start hitting those passes to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if they can put something together like what we're trying to draw up here for them. We have Void going for a demo already on Rainy Days, so that's a little bit the exact opposite of what we said. As Void carries it towards goal off the wall, Bankai tries to get one, gets a little bump on Nutrition, but Nutrition's still able to recover that. Throws it right towards goal, and Void with a perfect turn. Rainy Day, oh, so close to having a deflection on the right side. Now Nutrition carrying down, gets it off the wall. Rainy Day able to put it out of the reach of Void and carry it up into the Penguins' end. Goes for a 50, but Void wins it soundly, starts carrying down. Bankai going back to the net, gets the save and the 50, clears it out to Rainy Day, who comes in here, passes it over to Bankai. Almost a beautiful passing play. Broke up from Nutrition right in front of the goal mouth as Bankai tries to put a shot on there. We are seeing some signs of life from this Owls team early here.
We are, and the fact that they haven't gotten scored on until now, it's a good sign. That's how you do on-the-fly adaptation of what you're going to say, ladies and gentlemen. But it's a good sign that we're able to hold them off for that long. They put up some good pressure themselves. Unfortunately, no shot getting credited to their pressure. And Penguins were at 5, so they were definitely getting, kinda oppressed offensively. So they were finding ways to break free of that and create some midfield action themselves. Unfortunately, Bill, midfield action will not win you the game. That midfield into the goal action will be what wins you the game.
We might have a little bit of that here. Oh, an unreal save from Void right at the goal mouth to keep the Owls to 0. Nutrition carries it on. Rainy tried to pinch off, it didn't get anything going there. Nutrition allowed to just carry that straight down, tries to walk it over to Void, and the Owls say no. Bankai throws it up. Nutrition able to be there. Every time the Owls are going for something, the Penguins just know where the ball is going to be and beat them there. It is stunning the degree to which they are able to suffocate possession when they want to. Rainy Day throws it up, and Void is right back on it. This is what I'm talking about. This Penguins team is playing to win.
Ooh. Indeed they are. That would have been a nasty redirect if he could have just touched that, if Nutrition could have gotten a piece of it, but unfortunately he couldn't. This might be awkward. Randy won't be able to get enough. Yes, they will. Randy able to get enough to it, but Void's right there to try and punch some more. But Randy with another touch to send that back out. And this might be a goal opportunity if the Owls can do it, but Randy not having enough in the tank, unable to put that pass exactly where they needed it. Bankai trying to get to it in time, and Bill, that was so close. But unfortunately, 12 in the tank was not there to give the Owls what they needed. And I like the fact that they're trying to go for these passes, but right there, I really would have loved to see Bankai instead go for the bump and Randy just try to maybe get a pop shot, letting the bump create enough awkward situation.
Yeah, they're holding their own, especially on D. We've seen some really great saves from both teams, but to weather 8 shots, take some kind of poise from the Owls, and they're still right in this. It's one little weird touch, one accident, one moment when they're not paying attention, and they can be right back in this. But we've got 1:20 left. We'll see if that can happen. Bankai gets a waterfall to go, but Nutrition beats Rainy Day to it. Plays it off the wall. Bankai going to go up at an odd angle, try to get a double. Gets a 50 with Void, who then follows it down, and Rainy not able to come through there. Nutrition pinches that up. Void lets it roll past. Now trying to play off of Bankai's touch. Rainy Day gets it, almost loses it to Void, but able to pop that up, puts it on goal, almost gets one, but Nutrition is just there, as they have been the entire series. Whenever the Owls try to put something, Nutrition has just been there to clean it up. We are seeing why he is at the top 5, top 10 in so many statistical categories in this Elite League in this series.
Indeed, but now Rainy Day going to try to take it into corner shot, pass it mid, can't get it past Void, and with 25 seconds remaining, Owls will shortly have to start sending everything at this Penguins if they want to make it happen. It would have been a fantastic pass if Bankai was a little bit further up. I think control would have been what's needed there. Bankai with a great interception. Rainy Day's going to have to get there. Bunkai instead from not to take for it. It's going to be a great pass off the backboard. It's going to be a great miss. We have a tied game with 2 seconds remaining. We have seen a kickoff goal happen, but it took 6 seconds. Bill, will we see another one in 2 seconds, or will we get OT?
Oh my goodness. 2 seconds left. Can't even just let it be chill. They've got to stress out the end of regulation here too. As it goes up and comes back down, Nutrition's going to push it up the wall, but we are going to OT. Owls trying to make this a series. Rainy loses that kickoff to Void, then touches it up, but Bonkai able to take it, tries to clear it out, puts it right onto Void's hood, pops it for Nutrition, gives it to Rainy, who throws it up into the forecourt. Void with a carry and a little bit of a flip. Rainy tries to harass him, doesn't really do much, but they're not able to convert. Penguins still possessing. Rainy gets an easy low save from Nutrition. Bonkai carrying it forward. Void able to get in front of him with like no boost. Incredible play so far in this OT from both teams. This is exciting.
Indeed, and we're starting to see from both of these teams a little bit of double committing here and there. Both of them feeling the pressure that the other team is putting on. But right now, Penguins going to go for an unfortunate touch from Bankai. Incredibly close. Doing all you can once being put in that awkward situation, but unfortunately, coming off the wall just throws them too far out of the way. Penguins able to find a way to sneak that ball behind and win this game in a sweep. An absolutely fantastic series from this Penguins team, but Al is certainly picking it up there in game 3. Hats off to them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely made that a good one. I mean, and you can see some of those numbers. 6 saves from Bankai. They wanted to keep it alive. Both teams are still in the playoffs. So neither team's season is over just yet. I don't know if we have any interview happening. It doesn't look like we do. Everyone left quite quickly.
Our lovely streamer man's working in the background to make that happen for us. So
okay, we will see if we get one of Nutrition or Void for a little bit of a chat. This is a quick one. We do have another match coming up at 9 o'clock. That is Star League. Owls versus Hammerheads. And we will see Rainy Day, who just effectively had their warm-up in that match for the Owls as well. And let's see how important that one is on the seating. It does not look that important. It maybe is. I have not done the math on this one, but it looks a little bit close. I cannot tell. I can't tell. Do we have an interview?
well, you know, if we can't tell, then that just means it adds added suspense for the viewers at home.
The Hammerheads and the Owls have effectively the exact same record. One of them, I think if the Owls lose in a sweep, that the Colts might make the playoffs. Let's see. Does that matter? That does not matter.
Good.
Okay.
Rip.
We have a ping. Do we have an interview?
I do not see anybody coming in. It doesn't really seem like it, so we will go off on
We do not have an interview, is the official word from the booth here. Well, that was a fun little amuse-bouche for your evening of streaming. Like I said, we have Hammerheads and Owls Star League coming up at 9, and then we have Huskies Gators Elite League coming up at 10. For Galloway Sackett, I've been Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. We are going to take a little break. We'll be back on at 9.
Honk.
taste so sweet even when they hurt. You wanna feel, wanna fall in love, wanna give it all up, but you don't want to lose your control. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? The game's dancing in the shadows, waiting for new light, being with you. And this new sunrise is upon us. A new sunrise is all we need. New sunrise is second. If you're in, I'm in, darling. I finally see what I need to be free. Far from what I was led to, but no holding back. I've made up my mind. Seeing what's next, I'm not sure what I'll find. Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. I wanna hide now. You can't bring me down. Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I've nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. I wanna hide now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Frontier Doubles League. This is the 9 o'clock hour on a beautiful Sunday. We are in the Star League watching the Hammerheads take on the Owls. I am Mia, and I'm joined in the booth by none other than KG Fan 3. How you doing? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. I actually just did a bootleg for my Adept team who won in a reverse sweep. So my blood pressure is still going down. I mean, on account of that, and I also just had an energy drink, so the caffeine is hitting me. So, but yeah, no, I'm feeling good. I'm awake. I'm ready to do this. I'm excited to see some fun Rocket League for the up here in the Star League.
I agree. This is the last, couple of games, like streaming wise, before playoffs really kick off. So I'm excited to see what these guys have to go. I don't think there's really much more to say other than I let them have it because they've been chatting it up. I want to see what happens after these chats lead into this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too. It is a they have certainly been chatting up a storm in there. As I'm gonna go see what the situation here is in Star League as far as standings are concerned. See what the situation is for these guys. So, oh wow, it's that
Is
one.
it Eagles?
That's gonna roll in. Yep. So on the stealth conference, which is where this is a stealth conference matchup, and actually this is going to be to decide between second to fourth place in the conference. Hammerheads at 4-5, 18-20 in games. Owls also at 4-5, 18-21 in games, and the Colts, having played their weekend matchup, finish 4-6, 18-23 in games. So Owls, if they lose, could drop to fourth in a sweep. Anything than that, even with a loss, as long as it's not a sweep, they keep third place. And Hammerheads, with a loss, I think would drop to. Actually, I think would also lose that one off the post. Would also drop to fourth. So really, this is whoever wins. This is I think takes second in the conference. So
Hold on. That's pretty important seating right there. A little bit of a switch back and up. Ranade is going to look for a back wall play here. Reese is there, cannot pinch that down. Yukio is able to take that corner boost, pass it to Reese. Reese, unfortunately, that was a boost over ball moment, and the Owls, they just kind of left that one alone.
yeah, that one just shot in by Reese. Open net, easy one to equalize, and I'm I'm looking at these star standings, and one thing that stands out to me tremendously is the Dragons went 10-0, and nobody else, I think it's the Penguins have a chance to go above 500, but besides that, everyone will have finished at 500 or worse. So it is, yeah, like fighting for scraps, really. But these scraps are still very important playoff positions to, equalize things, because we love the playoffs. Doesn't matter if you go 10-0 in the regular season; you got to do it again afterwards. Doesn't matter if you go 5-5. You need to make it, and so that's what these teams are fighting for. As Ranaday going to have this one. Can he get back behind it? He can't. Clear it away by Rees. As Bowsy going to put this one on the backboard safely to Yukio, who's going to put a big clear, try to chase this one down. Ranaday pops this, and that's a miss out of Yukio, and this one pops up. And approaching halftime, still 1-1, has been fairly calm so far. Not a whole lot going on. I mean, lots of shots for the Owls, though.
Yeah, just a nice little demo there. Maybe he's going to bump on it. Does get the bump. Can they get there in time? Yukio ends up going boost over ball, and Bowsy's able to sneak this one in. And that's the second boost over ball moment that I believe has pretty much led to a goal.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if that was a... Yeah, and Yukio... Yeah, okay, yeah, I see on the respawn Yukio going wide for that boost, and I think it was Rees. I wasn't sure if he got bumped there as well to get knocked away from the play. But that is a lead, and narrow angle shot turned aside by Rees. That's a little lead for the Owls. Yeah, I really think that this may end up devolving into a bit of a physical game. We'll see how, as that would have been absolutely crazy if Rees hit it, but I think we may see a physical game. Just try to clear people out to find some shots, find some goals, because those bumps there really made life easy. Looking for the far side was Bowsy, couldn't find it.
Yukio's trying to make this, but Ranaday is right there. Rees tries to take it away, but Bowsy's right there. Unfortunately, not a great hit by Bowsy. Rees pushes it forward. It hits the ceiling. Yukio goes up. Ranaday tries to get back, does get back, gets that save, and is able to get a clear after a demo came through. So no real follow-up by the Owls. A 50's hitting the ceiling, but Yukio reads that one very well. And Rees and Ranaday are bumping in the back. Bowsy's going to try to take control with very little boost. Maybe a pass, not a strong one. And this is a shot on goal. Great save by Yukio. Bowsy trying to get it in. Gets bumped by Rees into the goal. And I think that was a little bit of help by Rees.
Yeah, that's a great save from Yukio. Trying to get back to this one. Has to be patient with it, but Bowsy able to just pop it up, and Yukio can't react quick enough.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the Hammerheads. It's a really good save. Really tough rebound to handle. Because they got put in a really tough position for a save as that one. Not too dangerous. Yukio going to be able to take this one. Not a whole lot of boost in the tank. Going to look for a centering pass. Rees going to slowly chase this one down, as Yukio was also looking like he was going for that corner boost, and a back pass to Yukio. Going to be able to pop this one off the wall, and going to try to play this one through. And that one is actually just going to get around Bowsy and into the net. Hammerheads only down by 1.
That's a sneaky little shot as Bowsy decides to turn. Try to do maybe a wave dash, or just maybe decided not to go up. And it just kind of cost him right there. And that's a cut in the lead. 44 seconds. It's definitely anybody's game. I know the Owls have a little bit of that. They have that lead, but it's this is not an insurmountable one, as Rees going up gets bumped away. Yukio gets 50'd by Bowsy, so nothing too dangerous at the moment. But Rees coming in and beating Ranaday. Bowsy trying to get there, gets that corner boost. Yukio going up at Bowsy with a great save, and under 30 seconds left. They have a 2v1. Rees coming with another great save. Mia, that's a good move. Two in a row.
Yeah, that is fantastic play, and is setting themselves up very nicely. Rees, 100 boost, 13 seconds. They need one. Does he have the flip? No, he doesn't. Bowsy going to be able to clear this one away. Yukio, not a lot of boost, trying to play this one forward. Ranaday popping this one high, as Rees only has 12. Going to need to try to catch this or just shoot, and he drops it. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little tough, just a teeny bit. That's a great game right there. That's a good I mean, 10 saves for the Hammerheads. That's an offensive like I don't know. It's a deluge. Yeah, it's a deluge by the Owls right there.
Yeah, that is. I mean, 10 saves, and that's off of the 14 shots from the Owls too. And Hammerheads, I mean, keeping with it, only picking up 5 shots, but being able to put in 2 of them and Owls saving out the other 3. So I mean, Owls certainly had the possession game, certainly had the offensive pressure, but the Hammerheads still finding ways to counterattack and sneak a couple balls into the net, which I think that they can probably keep doing. I mean, I will say though, my only concern would be if the Hammerheads can keep up this quality defense. If the Owls offense keeps taking that many shots, at some point you're just going to start missing some.
Yes, unfortunately that too, and the flight from the high above can just be, pretty devastating. The Hammerheads, however, they're in the water. They're hoping that saves them from the Owls. Reese is going to try to make an air drag play, I believe. He does a good job controlling it, coming off the ground, tries to pinch it, gets behind Ranaday, and Ranaday just cheated up a little too much, just about 11 seconds in.
Yeah, I mean, Reese doing this one all himself here. Fantastic air dribble across the field. Gets the reset, wave dash into it, sending it to the far side behind the defense, into the back of the net. Hammerheads with the early lead. Like, this is the kind of offense that they need. I mean, that's just an exceptional solo play as Reese going to send this one to the backboard, not too dangerous after that, and he's going to find a 50. But this one, Yukio is there, not the greatest touch, so Bowsy able to get back to it. That one really felt like it should have been in the net for the Hammerheads, but alas, it is not. Owls still only down by 1.
Yes, a little bit of a shindig in the corner. Yukio comes out of it. What a flick! Ranaday is able to get a touch, and Bowsy's able to get a touch up too. Ranaday's going for goal. Doesn't quite get it on goal. Gets the follow-up. Isn't able to get the follow-up quite, and Bowsy's follow-up as well. Not able to get there, but Bowsy does steal it. Hits off the ceiling. Ranaday's coming for it. Can't quite get a solid touch on target. And unfortunately, Bowsy not going for it either, and a little bit of a clear and a little bit of calm right now. That was intense. There was a chance for them to score right there, but fortunately, they weren't able to find.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the back of the net, and they almost did right there.
Oh, Bowsy's there.
My gosh. And that entire time I'm sitting here trying to give it back, and
I know, and the ball's just sitting. Just keep sitting at the goal. It's real hard to pass this one off. It just everything happens for a little bit of time, and then nothing happens. Whenever nothing's happened, it's always the middle of when you're talking. You can't pass it off. But they do put that one in, and that one narrow angle shot turned aside by Ranaday. Has good goal out of the Owls. I'd have to say, just able to crash the net, capitalize. Certainly what they need is to equalize. As Reese going to throw him to the floor on the play, but Ranaday with a great 50 and able to tuck that one into an empty net and give his team the lead.
That was a nice. Yeah, it's a nice dunk right there. UK was just underneath it. Plenty of time on that clock, but the Owls, and I have to shout out the chat. There's an absolute fan in the chat. Keep that up. They love it. They feel the vibes. Reese is going to keep back. There's a 2v1 here. Ranaday is there. Bowsy's there. That's some good teamwork. And Reese just had no chance.
Yeah, and off of an Hammerheads, had that early goal from Reese, and now it's been all Owls coming back with a vengeance. 3 goals in the last minute and some. So Hammerhead's gonna need to find something again. Those exceptional plays out of Reese may not be enough. Gonna need to find some time in the offensive half, because sometimes the best way to play defense is just play a lot of offense. Shots aren't always the most important thing, but one thing that they do measure is if you're taking shots on your opponent's net, they can't be taking shots on yours. So, but Yukio gonna send this one off the wall. Reese should be able to put this one around and is able to get it. That's honestly great awareness from Yukio. knowing and trusting his teammates going to be in the mid. Yeah, you see the cut, able to get to it. Bowsy not up in time, not there in time, and cutting that deficit to 1.
that was a good play, and the ball went in the correct direction that helped Reese get there in time. This is a good kickoff by Ranaday, but Reese is able to get back in time. Yukio turning on it, but a little too far ahead as Bowsy's able to come off the walls, tried to pass it to Ranaday. Ranaday, I think, thought Reese was going for it, and maybe a little fake. Bowsy's coming for it. Yukio is able to push this back into the corner as Ranaday sends this towards goal. 2 Hammerheads with low boost, and they were able to save it. And Mia, we are less than halfway. We've got a chance. A nice 50 right there for the Hammerheads still, but another close game. Still plenty of time.
Yeah, still plenty of time, but that one, Ranaday going to be able to put that one over the head of the Hammerheads to extend that lead. Yeah, that was Yukio not able to get that touch in time, and it really seems like that at moments the Hammerheads are really competing, and then the Owls just they find a possession, they find a play, and they make that first one certainly made it look a little difficult, but it feels like that as soon as they get possession, they're able to find opportunities. That one just a little bit high, and Ranaday going to send it. Rees should be able to get back to this one. Going to decide to play it into the other corner from, at least from my perspective, where it looked like he was going to play it. He's up for this one, has it over Ranaday, and that should just be in the open net. Rees, another exceptional solo play to find them back to just down by 1, and that's his hat trick, actually.
I think Reese started this entire thing off with not sending it left. Both the Owls went left, and he took it right, and that was a good move. And then just the way to get it around, nice air drag. Here we got a chance. Another one ties it up. 141. There's still time in this game.
I can sit here and I can talk about having possession, taking shots, yeah, whatever, caster, and Rees is just like, what if I just put the ball into the net? What then? And that's what he's doing, and what then is now we're tied. So, I mean, I'm not to discount Yukio here, but it is Owls 4, Rees 4. But Yukio has done a great job. I mean, he's really been the one I feel like has been showing up a bit more on defense, and that's totally fine. May not be as glamorous, but just as important to keep the ball out of the net as Reed's going to try to pick this one up down to the last 75 seconds, but he passes that one off. Ranaday can't get this one around. Yukio is able to clear this, popped up. Nobody is boost, but Bowsy can't find that one through the defense. Yeah, that was a great bump. Is this one up? That's dangerous for Yukio. No boost, just sitting in front, ever so patient there on defense.
That 50 was not. And ends up going back into the Owls zone here. Reese has a chance to pass, and there's a great pass. And they've taken the lead. The Hammerheads are smelling blood.
This is just a fantastic play from Rees. Doesn't go straight for the pinch, tries to put his card next to the ball and flips into it, gets the contact with the wheel for that real soft pinch out front. And Yukio able to slot that one in for his first of the game. And I think the first lead for the Hammerheads as well. They were up. They did score the first one, and Yukio going to find his second. But really, it's felt like most of this game has been the Owls in control. But in just a matter of a couple seconds, Hammerhead's in control.
It's kind of a flip on the on what happened last time. Last game, like a few seconds ago, Florida, I think they were down. It doesn't matter right now. 30 seconds ago, two goals right here. Bowsy going up, a pass maybe. That's a good double and a good score. And the game's not over. It's under 30 seconds, and there's a 1-goal lead. Game's not over.
No, there's tons of time. 26 seconds. You only need to score one. That doesn't take that long. It only takes 2-3 seconds if you're real efficient about it. So, I mean, there is plenty of time. Look, I just came out of that cast with my adept team, and they were up 4-2, I think, with like 20-something seconds left. And then they were up 4-3 with 3 seconds left. And then they were tied 4-4 with 0 seconds. But I don't know. Again, still time. 2-goal lead. 14 seconds is a lot of time to do things, but Reese certainly making it a lot more difficult for the Owls. Very close to securing the Hammerheads' first game.
Yes, this is 14 seconds is rough. They need something to happen on their side. That does not go to their side. Ranade needs to slam it down. This needs to go fast. Bowsy needs to hit a hard ball back wall. It's not going to be double tapped in enough time. And I believe we are going to have Hammerheads winning this game.
Yeah, that is rough for the Owls. I mean, Bowsy looked like he should have been able to put that one in. Couldn't happen sometimes, but I think if he had gotten that one, certainly an opportunity for a kickoff play. But alas, it doesn't happen, and we're not going to concern ourselves with that too much. Hammerhead's looking a lot better, a bit more competitive in the shot department, 13-14 in favor of the Owls. So, they didn't need to play, the defense wasn't as great this time, but the offense for the Hammerheads certainly looking a lot better.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of what the equalizer, I guess, is what you would put it. 5 of 5 shooting's pretty good. 3 of 10, 2 of 4. That's 30% on 10 shots. Like, don't get me wrong, 3 goals is good, but like that means the Hammerheads were able to do enough to deter his targets. You know what I'm saying? And that's it's still 14 shots though. So like this time they did 13. This time the Hammerheads did 13. So that's a keep up. So if they can keep this up, it's going to be a really, really nice series.
Yeah, and truthfully, I liked this game a bit more than the first one. I like the concept of abandoning defense and going all out on offense and just having real high scoring games, because I think 7-5 is fun. Let's shoot for like an 8-7 or something. Let's get a little ridiculous with it, And I want to see some. Oh yeah, no, I don't. Look, they don't want it to be ridiculous. They'd like to win. They'd like both of these teams. I think would like to win the next 2 games 6-0 and be done with it, and be on with their night. But I'm here for chaos. I'm here for content, because this is for a playoff spot, and that's a great save from Yukio after the save from Reese, who's able to get a clear sidewall touch, put it in the middle for Yukio, has a skim into the middle, but Ranade with the clear Reese. Almost no boost, sends it in the corner, picks up that 100 pad, flicks this ball forward. First touch, flip, second touch. Ranade very patient waiting for this one, but Yukio going to have a chance here. Has the flip, uses it, but Bowsy there to take this one back the other way. Not a lot of boost, doesn't use his flip, tries to catch this one and send it on, and Reese is there, but Ranade should be able to opportunity, but Reese with another save.
And the pass!
Yes! What a pass, what a shot.
Yes, Yukio, I think, tried to push this. I know it was a pass to Reese. He knew exactly what they were doing. That's teamwork right there. That's a great hit. Look, 80 miles an hour. 80. I love those. Crazy. I love those shots.
I do too, and especially after that kind of defensive performance too. Like just standing on their head, making a couple real nice touches, and just having that quick kind of transition play for the counterattack goal. That's my favorite kind of Rocket League. As Reese loses possession of this one, Yukio loses possession of this one as well, and Ranade had an open net for what was likely a split second on his screen as Bowsy trying to collect a bouncing ball on the hood of his car, has it off. A little bit of a net to shoot at. Don't know if he had the flip. Doesn't matter. Didn't use it. Picks up that boost. Keeps possession, keeping it in the corner, trying to create an opportunity. But Ranade with a bit of a miss. Bowsy having most of it. Hanging the pass, trying to come through. But that's the other team, and Bowsy capitalizing on that one. Saw the opportunity, took it, sends it in the back of the net.
This is the danger. Some of the dangers of crossing on your own side, basically centering on your own side. And that's what happens. It's a risky move. It can be beneficial, especially sometimes especially if the other team's pushed up that much. And this time it just kind of bit them, but it doesn't matter because we have a kickoff goal, and they have the lead.
Yep. Yeah. Reese gets this one. I think he just got above him. I don't know if that was just maybe off of I'm not sure who was there at the kickoff. Was maybe just a speed flipping, like just a quarter second, half second too late, so when the flip lands they don't have time to jump into it again, and that popped it over the car. But regardless of my useless speculation as to how that kickoff happened, that shot from Bowsy is into the net to tie this up.
Yeah, Yukio was a little late getting back on that nice hit. Went to go get side boost off the kickoff, but Bowsy's shot was 67 miles an hour of anger. That it was hard to get back in time.
Yeah, and I have to say, after the one passing play that we saw from the Hammerheads, is that one going to be a little bit wide? The Hammerheads had that passing play, and they've now decided to try to dime up some passing plays with the Owls. It feels like that both of the goals for the Owls, I mean, don't get me wrong, still have to hit the shot, still have to capitalize on it, but have been off of opportunities presented by the Hammerheads, like just off of passes in the middle, and like this one and that shot wide. Ooh, those are the ones that you need to convert when you're given the opportunities. Ree's able to get this one around, no boost, only has Bowsy to beat, but that one, little bit too much pace going around, and 15 in the middle, Ree's, no boost, trying to take a shot. Going to go well wide. Is Bowsy going to pick this one up the other way? Ree's bumped on his way back. Bowsy, very little boost, trying to collect this, and Ree's back to harass and boxes out Bowsy as everyone's just driving around the ball.
Yeah, this was a little dangerous off the ceiling. Bowsy's going to come up and send it left, but Rees is there, sending it back to Yukio. Ranade and Yukio going up, but Yuki's going to beat Ranade, looking for another touch, but Bowsy's there, looking for a pass, or not, sorry, a shot, but unfortunately a little too far past the ball. And Ranade off the back wall gets bumped by Rees. Bowsy's about to get bumped, but gets away from that. Has a chance for a passing play, gets the pass play. It's a little too far past Ranade, who flicks it towards the corner. Unfortunately, that was another attempt for the Owls, just not quite there. And Rees is there. Wow, what a turn of
finish. What a finish from Rees. He's way forward on this. Look at this, way forward on this play. First one closest to that net. That's not an easy angle to hit, and that's not an easy read to make. A ball coming from behind you, in front, off the backboard, and you got to slot that angle. I mean, impressive mechanics to be able to put that ball in, give his team the lead. And I really feel like now the Hammerheads are showing up to play. Is this one into the middle, trying to pass this one out? Reed should have an easy time. Buries this one into the middle, and at Ranade not able to do anything about that.
Oh, it was just a nice read. I mean, it was just Yukio read both the Owls defenders and was able to push that back straight into Reese's way. I mean, look at this. 50 goes straight into the Owls area. Reese is going for it. Ranade, that gets sent. Unfortunately, 50 gets sent to Yukio. Great demo. Not able to get it in. It hits post and out. There's a minute 20. They both are on the same side as Bowsy goes for a goal with Yukio all the way back. Bowsy's going to try to hit it right back in. Reese gets a good hit. Ranade's back far enough. Nice stop above Yukio, trying to get it over Reese. Can't do it. Bowsy sending it back in. Reese says absolutely not. Bowsy's shot was not strong enough. They have a counterattack possibility. It's still quite there. And not quite there, unfortunately, for the Hammerheads, and Ranade trying to clear it. This is slightly dangerous. Ranade sending it right back in, and Mia, my goodness, the still a 2-goal lead, but things are getting dangerous.
Yeah, things are getting dangerous. The Hammerheads are certainly circling in the water here against the Owls. That shot just a little bit wide, coming down to the final 35. Owls desperate in their search to find another goal. Bowsy up for this one, beat out by Rees. Ranade going to try to collect this one. Turn it. Demo coming through, but Rees is there. Bowsy going to try to turn the shot, and what a save out of Rees. The attacks coming. That one so dangerous. And that one very dangerous as Ranade puts this one in. Puts his team down by 1 with 13.
There's so many good things that happened here. Great 50s, great saves, great plays, and then just the end, Ranade was able to put it in. There's still a chance for the Owls to get this in. There's nothing that can be said as other than Ranade and Rees. Ranade getting the 50. Bowsy does not go for it. Yukio sends it forward. Rees has plenty of boost, sending it back. Bowsy's now got some, trying to catch it, pushing it forward, trying to pass it to Ranade. Ranade has to keep it up, flicks it up. Chances for the pass job. Sorry, Rees hits it down, and that doesn't go in. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even got tongue-tied there.
I know, it's so close. They are making it so close, and I mean, another one, Hammerheads taking this one, the shot 16-9. So the Owls just, it seems very consistent that they get this many shots, and the Hammerheads still just finding ways to find goals on the more limited shooting volume. And yeah, as Ranade pointing out, points don't count when you cherry pick. But you know, there's no such thing as offsides in Rocket League, so you can park your car wherever you want. And Rees has been parking it in a great spot to find opportunities to score for his team. And the Owls, it really is now feeling like struggling to find an answer for Rees, who I also just realized dropped 1,100 points.
Yeah, that's a quad digits. 16 shots is pretty cool, but unfortunately 3 goals is not cutting it right now. They need something to go in, but the Hammerheads, that's not their fault. I mean, a lot of those shots, like those Hammerheads saves, were absolutely awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's hard to, I mean, 16-3 is not good, but like the Hammerheads were right there to send him away. So it's just not like the Owls are the Hammerheads aren't pushovers. It's just, this is not an easy game.
Yeah, and I mean, sure, 3 of 16 shooting may not be ideal, but having 16 shots on net, that's a lot of opportunities to score.
Mm-hmm.
And all it takes is things like that, like little misses here, like Yukio and Rees both missing, but Yukio is there able to send this one forward to Rees as we're getting a bit of an infield passing play, but no boost for Yukio to chase this one. So Bowsy gonna send this one softly to Ranaday, and that one is 50'd and sent high, where Ranaday getting a clear. So through the first 30 seconds, no damage on the board just yet, but that one very close.
Yeah, no, Bowsy 50s at Ranaday can't really send itself on it. Looking for maybe a pass off the ceiling, gets something to hit. Bowsy sending it in. That's an angry shot yet again. Bowsy's had a couple of angry shots this series.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic 50 from Ranaday and really from Rees as well, but it was just Bowsy there to clean up that 50 and find that one around Yukio, who, I mean, for the most part, has been absolutely stellar on defense. I mean, Rees as well. Like in that previous game, there was one he got bumped, and it looked like he still somehow just drove through the bump and found the save. And Rees up for this one, keeping it away from his team's goal as this one sent towards the middle, and Yukio popping this one high. No boost out of Rees and not a lot out of Yukio. This one high, not too dangerous, and Ranaday tapping it off to the side. As it goes up again, Rees taking this one. Has a nice air dribble, looking for the flip, doesn't have it, trying to find a bump, can't do that either. And Yukio probably going to pass this one off to Bowsy, who's able to tuck this one in, extending that Owls lead.
Well, unfortunately, Yukio kind of teed it off for Bowsy, set it right up. Just an unfortunate hit. You got to shrug those off. There's still plenty of time. The Hammerheads have been absolutely kicking butt lately, so there's nothing to say that they can't do anything about this. There's still time. Ranaday is going to try to beat Rees with very little boost. Gets pass, but Rees is there, and Bowsy wisely getting away from that. Bowsy's trying to beat Rees and play a little bit of a game here, and Rees unfortunately goes flying past the ball, and this is a little dangerous, but Ranaday doesn't have the boost. It bounces off of Bowsy. A miss by Yukio, but right to Rees, who is waiting for that one. Ranaday is able to push this to the side, and that ball is going to hit awkwardly. Yukio sending it up to Rees. Rees coming up for it, trying to send it back down to Yukio, but Yukio gets demoed. And a great demo from the back end, and that pass didn't go anywhere that time.
Yeah, that was honestly a great way to break up the momentum of that play. Is Yukio now trying to go forward on the demo, and both Ranaday and Bowsy trying to drop that one off, and that's a miss, but Bowsy full boost, sending this one high. Bowsy up for this one, has no touch, follow up, and is in for Yukio, and I understand the need for Bowsy to want to jump for this one, but like that's a ball you have to make contact or you can't go.
100%, unfortunately.
Especially when it's off like that, to provide Yukio that opportunity to score and cut that lead in half for the Hammerheads. I mean, that's just a mistake.
That was dangerous right there. Yukio has time. Bowsy takes the boost and comes off of it, and that's a pass. Rees is not able to get that down. Bowsy is able to get that, unfortunately, and a miss by Ranaday on Rees' demo, and Ranaday yet again can't quite get a touch. Unfortunately, another one can't quite get a hit on, and the attempts 3 in a row not able to get Rees off the wheels. Unfortunately, there, Mia.
Yeah, as Yukio does end up picking up that boost. His first try up the wall, he didn't get it, but he does get a midfield pass in, looking for the musty, and Bowsy able to clear this one out for a second. Looked like he wasn't going to get it, and not a lot of boost for Yukio. Has to be real careful. Ball being smashed into the ground, but Rees is there to take it away, and Ranaday not able to convert this shot.
Nice time.
As Rees is blown up. Bowsy, great job with the little backflip, keeping possession. This one has a net to shoot at and finds it off of the nice jump with a little bit of a flick to finish it, extending that Owl's lead. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that stall right there, that cheeky little stall, that was the reason it got Yu-Gi-Oh in the air and Bow's able to punch it up, and plenty of time before the devil. Oh no! It just barely goes wide. I mean, you would have the Owls. That's happened a few times. Bowsy's gonna push this over Yu-Gi-Oh. We have a somewhat of a 1v1. Bowsy v Reese. Reese is gonna stop this inside the corner, but Bowsy turns right away on it again. Ranade wisely turns away, trying to beat Yu-Gi-Oh, gets the win. That's a ceiling touch. Tries to demo Reese. Reese is going to hit it off the ceiling. Bowsy's going to backflip, and it's going to 50 to the other side. That was a little bit dangerous. Almost out of position right there for Bowsy, but is able to stop that from going to the other side.
Yeah, it's Ranade looking like he was trying to put a ball to Bowsy, and Bowsy just not wanting to bite on it, but going to look to bite on this one. Nice little carry off the wall. Going to look for the flip here. Smacked away by Reese as Ranade just going to send it high into the sidewall. Bounces down for him, and Yu-Gi-Oh looking for a clear. Bowsy there to collect this one. Doesn't have the greatest first touch. Does collect it a little bit better the second time. Reese very patient with this play, finding a 50. This ball up towards the ceiling. Yu-Gi-Oh up for this, sending it high. Ranade with the touch to get a clear. Reese at midfield. No boost. He's going to get dusted. Bowsy going to put this one in. 3-goal lead for the Owls. 37 seconds. Going to be tough for the Hammerheads. I think we might be looking at, game 5?
I believe so. I would say that this is... that was a good play by Bowsy. Still time on the clock, but right now, that's a good push into the Hammerhead zone. Reese is going to bring it right back in the Owl zone. A little bit of a 2v1 here, but that ball gets sent a little too spicily to the opposite side. Reese going up for a Bowsy trying to 50, gets a good 50. Ranade's going to try to catch this. Yu-Gi-Oh's right there. Chance for Reese to score, and they do, and that cuts the lead to 4-2.
Yep. I mean, they find one that they need. It's going to be tough. 2 more. They're really, though, getting this one at least creates the opportunity. It's really just going to come down to 2 kickoff goals and whether they can manufacture that. It's going to be extremely tough, but extremely tough doesn't mean it's possible, as Yu-Gi-Oh's up for this one and he misses, and I think that one may be it. He needed the touch, if not the goal on that play, and I think that's just going to kill time, though, as this one's just going to be brought around the side by Bowsy, and as we do hit 0 seconds, we are going to head to game 5.
There we go. That's what we're looking for. This is a series that you're looking for. Maybe if you're not a couple of people in chat, but and I think the excitement is worth it, as you've got the Hammerheads. They've been lurking in the water, but the Owls have been hurting around here and doing a good job. So we've got another game, and I'm hoping it's an overtime barn burner.
I really hope it is an overtime barn burner too, because as I was rambling on about in the first game, I do believe if there are only 8 teams in the division, like in Star League, that I think it's only 4 of them who make it into playoffs. So I mean, this is fighting for the 2nd seed. That I do now believe whoever wins this game makes playoffs, and the loser does not. So this is it is top 3. Okay, so both of them are in. Got it. I wasn't totally sure. Thank you for. All right. Thank you. Thank you for production. So yeah, both of these teams. Yeah. So this is actually then just a fight for seeding. So whoever wants that 2nd seed can go get it. Certainly a little bit preferential to be a higher seed. You potentially get an easier team, but I do hope that we get an overtime. I think that would be a lot of fun. Game 5 overtimes are fun, even if this is only for playoff seeding, and both of these teams will be seen in the playoffs. As early shot from Ranade, turned aside. Bowsy trying to send another one on, sends it wide.
Oh, Bowsy back pass, maybe a little too spicy. No boost, having to go get the corner. Reese is there, beats. And Ranade's able to stop Reese's attempt here. Ranade's coming off the wall, maybe looking for a tap. A little bit of a double. Can't quite get the double, and Reese is able to clear this and out. So 30 seconds in. A lot of action, but not a lot of scoring. A lot of attempts here. As Yukio trying to get it in, and a good job by Ranaday stopping that one. Bowsy's going to try to catch this and try to 50 this in and cannot do it. And again, both teams are right there doing their best, trying to create havoc, and just no goals yet.
No,
Ooh.
nothing yet. Is a little bump coming out, but sends Ranaday back towards the ball. And he's just going to flip that one out in front and then hitting Reese. Can't find it. Bowsy with the save, as that was a very dangerous ball to send in front of net for your teammate. Is a long shot put on, and Ranaday misses this one. Follow, and that's in as Reese almost shooting that one into the falling car of Ranaday.
That was an attempt by Ranaday. Couldn't quite get it. I feel like everybody's a little speedy and anxious right now. It's game 5, and I feel like everybody wants to get a goal. It's not defense right now, it's offense. No one really cares about how to get saves. It's just score as Yukio gets that 50. Reese misses. It does hit it. Yukio is able to go up and get a clear, and that's a good job. Good on defense yet again by the Hammerheads, and it's good to see that they are still on that double demo by Reese, just creating more and more havoc.
Oh, it's Yukio trying for a nice little, I think it was like a backwards 45 flick he was trying for. But yeah, Reese is certainly playing up the field a bit more and being disruptive, not just with the demos, but putting himself in places where a player typically may not place themselves, and is throwing off the Owls a little bit, but certainly not throwing off Bowsy right here, who's able to pop this one, take it, gets a touch over, and actually just dunks it through Reese.
That was a kind of almost like a bully move right here. I don't think Mario would want anything to do with that. Yukio and Bowsy going to meet. That's going to be 50. Bowsy says, I'm coming off the wall, and almost dunking Reese, who was just barely able to get away from this. Gets the boost, tries to flick it, actually, it looks like in the mid-air, but Ranaday is able to get away from Reese, trying to control it. Bowsy now taking control, trying to get over Yukio. That's dangerous, and Reese is able to punch this to the side. Ranaday's up, going for it, looking for a play, trying to air drag it in, and can't quite get around Reese, who patiently waits. And now trying to take control, getting it over Bowsy, who did not get the boost.
No way.
And Reese takes advantage of that, and they take the lead.
No way this just bounces in like that. Gets the touch, and Yu-Gi-Oh! No touch. Bowsy backflip. Ranaday, a little too much speed going into the net. Can't find it on the goal line, and that one will bounce in for Reese. Certainly not one that I would have expected to go in, but it does. Is this one towards the back post? Ranaday is there, and I you laughing at what Goop said of Reese. Stop. Yeah.
Yes.
Goop, totally understandable. I mean, I think for everybody else's sake, I hope he keeps going, but for your sake, Curly, I do hope he stops.
Yukio's going to try to take this out of the corner. Ranaday deletes Reese for a moment, but comes right back. Ranaday sending it right back in. That's going to go wide. Nice and safe for Reese, who gets that corner boost. Bowsy's going to try to beat. Gets a 50. Ranaday's awkward off the ceiling. Has to go for Yukio with very little boost and is able to punch this in the air. Bowsy has to get back before Reese can and gets the save. Bowsy's trying to push forward and is able to get it over Yukio. Boostless. Can Ranaday get up in time with Reese? No. Decides to come off and wait. And unfortunately, this ball is a little dangerous to Yukio. Bowsy has to get back in time. Oh my gosh, they're just falling on it, and the craziness right now, Mia. I don't even know what's happening. This ball could sneak in and does not.
Oh, that was a good play from Yukio to not continue sliding towards that. We can have the touch, but that's a massive miss, and Ranaday just able to tap this in to tie it up. 87 seconds to go, and we are level. As that's just rough miss from Yukio.
Yeah, they've happened for both teams. Something like that's happened for each of them. So now we're tied with a minute 27. Things are getting heated. Things are getting tough. Bowsy and Yukio are going to meet. The Owls win this one. Bowsy's going to send it to the opposite corner now. Ranaday tries to bump Yukio and does. Ranaday's trying to keep it dangerous, but not quite on or posted. Bowsy's sending it in. Reese coming across and sends it a little wide. trying to make a play on it, not able to hook shot that one. Bowsy's not able to come across, but no boost for the Owls, and Yukio and Reese have a little bit of a counterattack, but Bowsy decides not to go for that boost, and now we've got a minute left. Reese has to stop this, gets demoed, Bowsy turns on it, but great job by Yukio. Can Ranade stop this? Unfortunately, an awkward touch. Can Bowsy get there in time? Reese with a good hit, and no! The counterattack does not happen. Mia, this is incredible.
Yes, this is 43 seconds. We're tied. That's a flip, but it's on. It's there, and Ranade can't get it. Yukio finds it. I didn't think that was going to go in. I was about to say that it's saved. He has the flip, and it's just a little behind him. Ranade drove forward, and he couldn't turn around, and he just started the backflip. He needed a 1/10 of a second more to keep that out, and yes, he puts in all caps "how" in chat. Yes, how does that one go in? And it went in because the ball crossed the line, and Owl's trying to find a tie here, and Ree's able to send this one off to the side, and we're down to the final.
Oh, no
30.
way.
Wow.
Talk about how.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about how. Shoot it at the net. Shoot it at the net, and good things happen.
Great bump by Ranade on Rees too as well. Yukio could not get back in time. We have under 30 seconds. What a game this is. This is absolutely intense. That's just Bowsy turning, not going back, not going for defense there. Yukio's going to send this up. Bowsy basically stops it. Yukio trying to get it, but can't. That ball gets pushed away. Bowsy trying to push it up, gets demos Yukio, sends it to goal. Rees is there and pushes it to the side, and we've got 10 seconds, Mia.
Yes, Reeds from the wall, has a full tank, has this air dribble, gonna look for the flip, has the flip, and that's it for Ranade on the goal line, but that ball's so dangerous, it saved the game. Yukio not able to put this one in, and back the other way, Ranade on 0, drops it, and we have overtime. I know, but everybody, quick, take a breath before it gets serious again.
We have a little bit. This is going to be sealing down. Yu-Gi-Oh! It does not eagles it. Ranade misses it. We've got a little bit of a scramble. Ranade was able to catch it. A little dangerous. Bowsy sending this in, trying to push forward. Small 2v1, but Rees stops it nice and easy. Gets it around Ranade. Full boost here. This has the chance, and Bowsy stops it. So 30 seconds in, and some intense stuff's happened. And right there, a little pinch and sends it back forward there, Mia.
Yeah, and Ranade can't get to that one before Rees does, but Bowsy has this 70 in the tank and send it to the backboard. Look for the double, and he might have this one, and he doesn't. Bowsy gonna take this one for the Owls, including the insta-leave. I've never seen someone double tap and be out of the lobby before they hit the ground to win that one. But in overtime, the Owls take it in a Game 5 OT thriller.
I think somebody had to pee. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Great, good. The series was absolutely incredible. We had that Game 5 overtime when what a finish. What a finish by Bowsy. These teams went absolutely toe to toe. It was just offense, and defense. It was literally everything. It just everybody had a good. That was a great time. I mean, like that was a great time. What a finish to what a series.
Yeah, I mean, it really was just and everybody played so well, and I mean, I know Rees and Yukio feeling a little bit sour on that one, saying it would have been amazing if only we won, but and I get that from their perspective. Certainly would be more fun to win this, but I think for all of the neutral observers that this was a fantastic series to watch. This was such an even matchup, and I'm so glad it went to 5, and all of these games were so close. Just what a nice way to almost wrap up week 10 here, as we are going to be looking forward now to our 10 o'clock hour, our last regular season matchup on stream, since we will not have time for an interview. We're going to have to send it to break here in a moment, but when we are back at 10, we are going to be in the Elite League, seeing the Huskies take on the Gators. KG, been a pleasure, as always.
Absolutely.
But that is all we have for the 9 o'clock hour. Be back with us in 7 minutes, guys. Sit tight. Bye.
play to win. I play this game. 'Cause I play to win. Don't want to lose Cause I play to win. You fear that love is hard to find. It's in your heart, but it's in your mind. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you getting in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win. I play this game. 'Cause I play to win. Don't want to lose control. Cause I play to win. Cause I play to win. perfection, I was the mess. I lacked emotion, you did your best. I was behind you through every step. You lost your way and you fell instead. Fell instead. Fell instead. I never told you I could give it all away. I never begged you or held you down to stay. I lack contentment, you long for joy. Built your resentment, it was a ploy. I lack contentment, you long for joy. Built your resentment, but it was all a ploy.
Welcome back, FDL. We had to do a little bit of what was that game called where you had to do musical chairs? We had to do a little bit of musical chairs with streamers. Literally, right as we joked about Thor losing internet, he lost internet. So everybody who voted skill issue, you got it correct. Everyone who voted yes, you got it doubly correct. But I think it's skill issue real winner. But either way, we have KG with myself. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not too much. I'm just loving how everything just kind of came to fruition. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything just happening the way we called it.
Literally, as the poll closed, Thor losing the internet, he died. So it was perfect timing. We could not have written the script any better for that. But we do have Elite Leagues, Gators versus Huskies. Do you have anything you would like to say about these two teams before we throw these homies in there?
Right now, no. I think I'm just excited to kind of finish this off. We had a great 5-game series. A 5-game overtime in the last game series. We're having a little bit of a.
Just go ahead and tell those guys to jump in. It'll be fine, man. I
let them know. I let them know a couple times. Yeah. And there we go. Now we got him in. I had to coax him a little bit. I had to give him that "it's okay, I promise" little thing. Chris with the K is gonna meet Poofy. They're gonna meet right in the middle, and that's a great 50. A Kitty Meow Meow following it up, unfortunately sending it a little bit wide, sending past Chris with a K, going for a shot, and what a redirect by Chris with a K from the pass from DFAT to start this 8 seconds in.
Indeed, it's a great start from the Gators. A fantastic clear, fantastic shot, and you did mention something very interesting. The fact that we have Kitty Meow Meow on the field. Now, for those who don't know, Kitty Meow Meow is somebody who probably could be just fine in Adept, but he's an Origin player. subbing up here in the Elite. Apparently, they couldn't have anybody else from any other leagues to sub up into it, so it be what it be. That said, Gators up by 1. Poofy trying to tie the series up. DFAT's not going to have anything of it. Chris getting dunked on by Kitty Meow Meow. Never chance we get KG. That's just talk crap whenever Kitty just dunks on him.
Poofy's gonna send this into the corner and push us away from Chris with a K as this goes inside the Gator zone. DFAT missing the collection as Meow Meow sending it up. Poofy reading that and DFAT, it just doesn't quite go in. Poofy with a great touch. Meow Meow sending it in, and we have a tie game. Just a bit of an onslaught from the Huskies.
Indeed, tie game. Poofy not quite able to make it happen, but was able to get a fantastic pass, dunking Chris on that wall, who was certainly trying to pop it out. So, a fantastic way to tie this up within the first minute. And once you saw we had an Origin player subbing in, did you think it was going to be tied so quickly?
No, but I'll be honest, game ones usually have that little feel out. Meow Meow is playing, I would say, relatively aggressive right now, keeping up, staying forward. Unfortunately, doesn't go for that one and does miss that corner. So unfortunately, it's just a couple of things that will be glaring as we are watching. Poofy's going to beat Chris. That's a pass to the middle. Meow Meow going down and getting a touch, and just enough finesse to send Chris with a K going flying by.
I think Chris needs to reevaluate whether he quits Rocket League or he goes back to the training board to training packets, because he just got played on by Kitty Meow Meow, who gets his second goal in Elite League. Gators now losing to the Huskies 2-1 with 1:30 having elapsed out of this series, game 1. But Poofy is going to try to get a double touch here off this aerial. Can't get it past DFAT. Chris goes for the boost. Going to go up. Double commit from the Gators. Both of them seen the threat of Kitty Meow Meow in the air. Both of these Gators said, no, we can't get styled on anymore. But yet, they're still in danger of doing so. A good 50 by Kitty to steal away the control of that ball. And KG, Poofy almost extended the lead.
Let me tell you, right now they're playing hard, they're playing fast. Chris with the K having to do something. Kitty Meow turning on it, nice touch, but not able to collect it well enough. But missed by DFAT. Poofy is able to stop it. Chris with a K, nice and patient coming and able to push it forward. We got a little bit of a thing here. Things are getting a little awkward. Good job by DFAT to hit in the air. Chris with a K punches it into the corner. Meow Meow trying to chase, but Chris with a K has the boost. Chris with a K jumping and popping it in the air, sending it forward, but not on target. DFAT following it up, but Poofy with a great touch and Meow Meow following it up now. They still have that lead. Chris with a K with a great demo, just not even going for the ball and carrying. Poofy trying to slow it down. That ball's going to skim across the ceiling. DFAT, great read, but Kitty Meow Meow did not go for it. Great 50. Chris with a K and the demo in the back, so this is a little bit dangerous. Kitty just misses that mid boost. DFAT sending it completely the other side. But Poofy with a nice touch, and under 2 minutes to go. Not a lot of nothing happened right there, Galloway.
You're not wrong. There's a lot more low moments on the field than I figured we would have in this matchup so far. Poofy getting it center, but DFAT trying to beat out Kitty, but Kitty was able to get a good 50 to send it the other direction. And then continuously try to extend it, but now Chris will try to dribble, get control of this ball. Goes for the demo instead. DFAT's gonna leave it, or not leave it, but have a wide open shot rather, because Chris left it for him, and the Gators have now tied it up, having to rely on a demo play against Poofy to make this happen with 1:26 KG. We are tied up.
There's still plenty of time for each team here. The Gators chomping at the bit, but the Huskies are using some agility to get through. Poofy's going to try to get this mid boost, and does. DFAT can't punch him against. There's an open goal opportunity. Chris with the K, get back in time, and does. Great defense right there. And now Kitty Meow Meow does beat Chris with a K, trying to come off the wall. A good touch. Can they get another one? Oh, great stop by DFAT as Poofy has to come across with Chris with a K. Not having any boost, but Poofy's able to catch this one. Trying to get it around DFAT. DFAT playing a game. Poofy off the back wall, looking for another touch. Gets it. Can he ever get there? But DFAT with a great 50 save. And again, we had a chance for the Huskies to score, and again, not quite able. Great bump right there by Meow Meow. But Poofy not able to punch it forward all the way right back to Meow Meow. So things are just getting crazy out there, Galloway. I'm not sure what's happening.
Who knows for sure?
Wow.
All we know is Poofy throws it in the wide open top left corner of this Gators goal. Kitty getting a pass past DFAT. Chris caught in an awkward position, not realizing he's about to get showed up on by the Huskies. The Huskies taking the lead. Now with 38 seconds remaining, Gators not where we probably thought they would be, but going for the fake kickoff. DFAT does get bumped, which will slow him down. Does not get the corner boost and gets bumped again. What a insane 50 that was, but we have an open net. No, there's a whiff. Chris, get control. Gets poofed it on.
Wow.
And now DFAT's going to have to try to get it past Poofy. Does Kitty demos Chris. 15 seconds remaining. Kitty throwing it down. DFAT trying to do everything he can, but Chris has to take this off the back wall in KG. 5 seconds remaining. Do we get OT?
It's not looking good, especially with this hit. Poofy's gonna move forward, giving a chance to open goal it, looking for a double tap. Now things are getting a little crazy as this ball stays in the air with Chris with a K right there. Poofy stomping it down, and the Huskies win game 1. What a game that was. Ooh. You know what that means, right?
Chris got destroyed by Kitty Meow Meow.
Look at that, 12 shots to 4. 12 shots to 4.
The Huskies just completely outpacing Gators here, which a little bit of a shocker, but hey, just goes to show why Origin League's best league, right, KG?
That's right. You have to admit there's something special about the Origin League. It's a whole bunch of awesome and terrible all mixed into one. It's great, isn't it? I'm part of that league, I think. I think I would be. I don't remember.
I can't remember either. I think you're not playing, but I think you
I was, yeah.
might be. No, I think if Kitty's Origin still, you would probably still be. Well, I think.
I believe so, but that's not even the point. The point is we had a great time, and let me tell you something right now. Do not look at the Gators and think they're not gonna think about anger. They're gonna be. This is going to be a death roll in game 2. I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna come after them.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to see the Gators really start getting aggressive here in game 2. Going maybe not necessarily going straight for what Gators are known for and just a big chomp nom noms. But we will see here for sure as time is elapsing. Game 2 is underway. Chris going off this kickoff is going to get control of this ball. Goes for the pass mid. DFAT cannot beat Poofy, but that's going to be a wide open net as Kitty goes for the corner boost, not realizing the danger that was coming, and we have our first goal in 9 seconds. Gators up by 1.
Yeah, Chris with the K with a great touch, and like I said, I knew they were going to come at him right off the bat. They were not going to take this one lightly. We've got Chris with a K and Kitty. This is going to be a little bit dangerous. Kitty with a good win. Poofy with a good win. This has a chance to go in. Chris with a K can't get back in time, and a kickoff goal. There's been 2 kickoff goals. What is going on?
Hey, you know,
This is fun. I like this game.
right? This is just a game for fun right now, it seems like. And we do have a tied game in 14 seconds. It's still essentially a brand new game.
It really is, too. Poofy, DFAT are going to meet. That's a 50 going inside the zone. Chris with a K with a good 50. Poofy's going to have to steal that corner, and takes it away from Chris with a K. I'm going to say right now, Poofy's playing really, really smart, knowing what they've got in store. Meow Mow's already up. What the heck is going on? I love to see it. If you didn't see it, I feel sorry for you.
This Kitty did fly, but DFAT's going to send that wide. I think it was DFAT. I can't quite tell. Was looking through OBS at the moment, but Kitty getting past Chris. DFAT sending it back towards the goal. Poofy is a nice clear to the corner. Bill will try to pinch this up in our way. Gets it past Chris. DFAT might try to catch it with 0 boost, but he does get the corner. Kitty going just guns ablazing in there. That's going to be a shot on just a little bit wide, but Chris did get the save.
That was a great save. DFAT trying to flick, gets the flick, and was able to get a 50 to send us in the corner. Poofy going up already, gets a great touch. Kitty Meow Meow moving up on it and pushes it forward and gets a clear out. What a job right there. This is a pass opportunity, but DFAT with a nice finesse touch. Poofy decides to go away from it and turns on it. DFAT Chris with a K having to come instead. Poofy's gonna try to bully Chris with a K as Kitty turns and 50s and gets a clear, and a good job right there as the defense for the Huskies keeping the Gators in their zone.
Indeed, Gators really are kind of struggling to get anything going at times here, but Kitty will get beat into the air. Chris will be trying to get mid for his teammates to pass, but the ball didn't make it. Chris didn't have boosting. Actually opted to stay back, which still has no boost. Now,
Great bump.
with a bump on defense, will leave the net wide open.
What a shot.
Huskies will score off of a beautiful angle from Boosty.
That is teamwork right there. That is some good old-fashioned teamwork. Great slam by Kitty, and that is an angle goal that is tough to angle. If you know, I can't even count that low, or I think. I don't know.
I can't even count those angles. My protractor doesn't even go that much. But we might have ourselves another kickoff. Never mind, DFAT unable to find the net due to low boost, I believe. Poofy now on the back flip off of that. Kitty Meow Meow, no boost, but does turn on it. This is going to be a slightly dangerous situation, but Poofy will defuse it.
Oh,
That's
no
a bump
way.
by Kitty Meow Meow, but that ball will just barely slide in by Poofy. Getting himself a sniper there for sure.
Who says chaos has to be 4v4? There's 4 people. There's a 4 in this, and this is chaotic right now. There's just is absolute insanity right now. We have the Gators Huskies. This is just an intense game. Chris with a K coming up. They decide to 50. DFAT with full boost coming up the ceiling. Kitty, great challenge. Looking for another. It's a 50 though. Chris with a K winning it, and Poofy having to go up because Chris with a K was ready to bump. Chris with a K going up, good 50. Kitty's gonna go up and get bumped, unfortunately. And great save by Poofy, who's absolutely all over the place. What a nightmare right now.
Poofy is just absolutely dominating. Chris trying to get a demo. Can't even get a demo here. We're going to have DFAT going for it to push it up. Chris going for the corner. DFAT going for the demo. Couldn't get the demo. And right now, the Huskies are just kind of leading this Gators team by the nose. Gators trying to rely on the old reliable demos. Can't even get that going for them. But how well this coordination is. That's going to be a fake right there. DFAT trying to go for it. Chris gets the bump, but
What a
Poofy is
save.
there. And KG, just another save by this Huskies team after Gators fighting hard to create an opportunity.
Yeah, Poofy's been playing lights out right now. Great job by DFAT. Poofy didn't really have a flip reset, I believe. Kitty Meow sending it back to Chris with a K, who stops it and sends it mid, looking for a hook shot here. Gets a good flick. Poofy having to go up and gets it into the corner, beating DFAT. That's going to hit the ceiling. Kitty Meow commits a little too hard, but that ball is going to go wide right. And not true for Chris with a K. And unfortunately, in a great push away by Kitty Meow Meow off the double demo, and they couldn't get an open goal right there. Poofy going up is able to dodge that one. We're coming up at a minute, and we have a somewhat 1v1 by 2v1 by the Huskies. Let's see what can happen. Nothing.
Poofy unable to quite bounce it out like he wanted to. But that's going to be a great beat by DFAT. Another great beat by DFAT to throw that home to put this lead down to 1 for the Huskies. Gators fighting a lot harder. We thought they would, but fighting hard nonetheless to make this game into a tied 1 for a potential overtime or win in regulation here. But we do have another kickoff. Poofy up against DFAT. DFAT loses it to Poofy. Kitty demos DFAT, which might actually work in his favor. We'll see. Chris avoids the demo, which works out very well for the Gators. Going against DFAT. DFAT does get it. It's going to be a 2v1 here, but it's going to be an awkward position for the ball.
What a
Poofy
save.
playing that perfectly. Chris getting there first before both of them. Huskies low on boost and position, but Poofy still able to get there by a little bit he had. And KG Gators still swinging, but can't quite get much going in 20 seconds remaining.
No, but Kitty Meow Meow got bumped into the mid boost, and the Gators didn't have anything. Great attempt by Poofy to send it back, making Chris with a K have a turn around. Now we have an opportunity here for Chris with a K with a great pass. Poofy's able to punch it away from DFAT. He's going to send it back, and I think that's the goal that's going to put the nail in the coffin.
Nail in the coffin indeed. This Huskies team now up in the series 2-0. Did we think we'd be here, KG?
Unless 2 weird things happen, like a pinch off this kickoff that just is absolutely insane. And no, it's not insane enough for that to happen. And that's a game where the Huskies are They've taken a 2-0 lead, and they just need one more.
They just need one more indeed. Gators, Chris has got to be upset with himself. DFAT, I know they're feeling the strain and the stress of this right now. The ego of Kitty might not be able to handle this if he can get a clean sweep on Chris. We'll have to see what happens here. But
I think there's one thing I would like to point out, though. Poofy, I believe, and I'm doing quick math, I think had more points in all 3 teams, all 3 players. I'm not doing, nope. 9, 10, no, not quite.
well,
Yeah, no, like by I think I'm off by like 6, because I think by 6 points, Poofy almost had more points than everybody else by 6. It was like 6 off. I mean, that is a crazy great game by Poofy, who was in the right spot, the right times at all times. Crazy saves, like this one right here that just popped up on my screen that you cannot see because my weird face is in there with a beautiful Galloway next to me.
no,
No, really though, that Poofy played an absolutely lights out game.
oh, he did. He was everywhere on the field at once that he needed to be. Gators now, with Ken saying for the content in chat, we'll see if that's actually true or not, as the Gators now need to win 3 straight to make this happen. Kitty beating out Chris. DFAT will collect this ball, however, going up into the air for it. Trying to get another touch, but Poofy will be there. We've seen Poofy's defense's proudness just be everywhere. Chris getting around one, but it will go wide to the corner. Poofy won't be there collected. Chris will back touch it to DFAT, who will pop this up off the backboard, but Poofy, his no boost, is there to make it happen. DFAT collects it, and KG, first 30, no goals, but why do I feel like this is only playing the benefit for the Huskies?
Gosh, right now I would say it was definitely the benefit of the Huskies. Poofy going up for a Chris of the K mini challenge, but wisely goes away. But Poofy, right now, anything can happen. Pitty Mammo coming off the side wall. DFAT sending it in. Poofy is going to stop it and stay in the air with it. Try to flip reset. Does get one, and DFAT almost getting dunked, but a good save nonetheless. Poofy's going to send it. Chris with a K reading that side hit right there. Kitty Meow can't get the touch, but Chris with a K almost getting the 50 dunk, but cannot quite yet again, as Meow Meow not getting a save. Maybe that was not on target, but needing to stay true. Chris with the K is able to 50 this, keep this inside the Huskies zone, but right now the Huskies weathering that storm of the Gators, and Chris with the K's up, sending this back, can't get a follow-up, and Poofy gets a miss. Coming down on it, almost dunks that down. That would have been an absolutely incredible Galloway.
It would have, but the age-old thing we've seen the entire series is this Gators team being way too wide on too many of their shots. And that has been a huge proponent here, too. The Gators' accuracy is really crying. That can be a great touch by Kitty to bounce it wide and high. Poofy there, however, will be able to collect it as DFAT misses. Chris, no boost in the tank. Not to try to defend against the flank. The flick barely missing. And somehow or another, this ball goes in. Was that an Eagles?
No, this was a dunk by Kitty Meow Meow right here. This is just punching it in. Bone dunk. Yeah, this was a dunk by Kitty Meow Meow using the claws right now. The Huskies, cats and dogs can be friends.
We have Chris now going for this, just trying to make it happen. Can't make anything up that. No, I'm sorry. I gotta give you that moment. That was good.
No, you're good. Please. Oh gosh, what a save by Poofy. Let me tell you right now, Poofy's been playing absolutely wonderful. DFAT has to stop this. That was dangerous. A little bit of a bump though. Poofy coming across. Nice job by Chris with a K, sending it in, and they've tied it up. It's just over halftime.
Indeed, the fact that this Gators is having to struggle so hard to get, well, having to fight so hard against the demo chasing, the bumps of Kitty, and a lot of times just Poofy just being everywhere. It's a true testament to really just how well Poofy is adapting with his Kitty getting in there and saying, hey, just do you, man, we'll make this work. And sure enough, it is working. Gators struggling hard to make it anything happen here, but it's going to be a dangerous situation. Poofy will lose the shot, but it was 50 out to the corner. Kitty unable to quite collect it in the air. Chris going to opt to go for the pop, trying to avoid getting demo because he could hear the Kitty meow meow claw machine coming in. but Poofy will get the head. 2 minutes to go. Tied ball game.
Oh, Poofy. I mean, it was a nice avoid by DFAT. Poofy couldn't get a good touch on this. Kitty Meow Meow's going up, trying to beat DFAT, and kind of gets a 50 on it. Poofy is going to take that corner boost, prevent anything, and a nice touch right here. Kitty Meow Meow trying to make Chris with the K do something else other than 50. As Chris with the K trying to turn. Kitty Meow Mew's up, another punch. Poofy going up for it, touches it, looking for a follow-up, but DFAT is there and makes Poofy be a little awkward with DFAT now with a nice touch. Here we go. A little bit of mind games here, and Poofy's able to send this to the opposite side. What a defensive play. Poofy yet again with a great defensive play as Chris with a K steals that corner, and I'm going to tell you something, Galloway. This game is absolutely intense as Kitty Meow Meow sending this to the opposite side.
It is, and fantastic job by Poofy on that. If we were just getting and talking about, placing this car perfectly. Another great save there by Poofy. Another good touch out. Kitty will beat through the ball and throw it to the corner of the gate. Chris with no boost, having to play very slow and patiently. Will get up above after picking up those little pads. Now Poofy collecting the midfield. Both get flicked by Chris. Chris will throw this into the open net to give the Gators, I think, the first lead they've had the entire series.
I think you're right, and right there is one of those. Communication is key. Kitty Meow Meow probably should have maybe called off Poofy, knowing that Kitty didn't have any boost to force Chris with a K to throw that up and give Poofy a chance, but unfortunately it just doesn't happen. Still plenty of time because the way that the Huskies have been playing, this is an opportunity. Kitty trying to send it up, but Chris with a K is right there. Poofy going for boost. DFAT's up, but gets a weird touch. Chris with a K sending it in, gets turned around. Can Poofy pull up forward? Can't demo DFAT. We have a chance here. No boost for Poofy. And unfortunately, this doesn't quite go as Kitty Meow Meow gets a 50, punching Chris with a K back to get no follow-up right there. Although that's a center by Poofy and a goal by Chris with a K, and that's just unfortunate.
And a fantastic job by DFAT throwing his car into the line of rotation as well, sacrificing himself to try to make sure Kitty could not get that boost to get back in time as well. That's just a fantastic awareness by DFAT to sacrifice like that. With the Gators now having a 2-goal lead. I mean, it's not safe, but, you know, this is the best lead they've had and the only lead they've had so far. They're still working off of it. But to see if the Huskies can somehow score 2 really quickly. But with time evaporating like it is, I want to say it is not possible. Gators have won the first game that they needed for the reverse sweep comeback.
What a save. Well, I have to say this. They didn't stop there. The Gators had to really fight hard for those goals. So you got to keep it up. You can't sit back because let me tell you something. The Huskies are pushing forward. They are ready. And Kitty Meow Meow playing an absolutely wonderful game considering. I mean, Poofy had 6 saves, 9 shots for the Gators. I mean, let me tell you something. This is good teamwork between the two. You got to keep your heads up. You got plenty of time. Try to close out the series.
Indeed. Now the Gators finally getting their first win. Finally getting a win in the way that they have. They didn't have to go for a lot of demos to do it, which you shouldn't try to have to focus on demos. Although if they can somehow start eliminating Poofy with demos too, that will make this an extremely difficult game as well. But think about that. We're having to talk about the Gators potentially going for a demo strategy in this situation, which is not quite, like I said, where we thought we would be at earlier, but this is where we are. Poofy doing a fantastic job, and Kitty doing what they can do to put them in this situation.
Yeah, and right now we are in a great series and an opportunity for both the Gators and the Huskies to really send a message. Huskies to send a message that they're not afraid, and the Gators to send a message that you should be afraid, especially if this game goes to where the Gators want it to go, inside the swamp, inside their territory. It's going to make it better. Kitty Meow with a great 50, almost dunking Chris with a K again, but Chris with a K is able to get that corner boost as it spawns, as Poofy a little awkward on the ball, but now able to turn. Chris with a K sending it, trying to send it back. Poofy winning that one, and now trying to drive up the wall, maybe for looking for a little bit of a pass. Comes across away from it. Kitty Meow getting demoed, and 30 seconds in, I feel like the Huskies are kind of playing right now.
Indeed, but that's going to be a big 50. Kitty able to get the touch before DFAT can get in there to try to clean that up. Kitty tries to go high on the wall, but gets beat up. But Poofy's cutting in perfectly to steal that. Kitty's right there to try to redirect it, but can't quite get a touch on there. And KG, but an insane little redirect for Kitty. If he could have made that happen, that would have been a great turnaround for the Huskies team. Chris second guesses himself and mixes up, but Poofy able to get Poofy able to get there before Poofy. Right now, it feels like the Gators kind of skating on thin ice.
Oh yeah, right now I think both teams are a little shaky at this moment. Poofy is gonna hit the ball at the ceiling, trying to get another touch, and does. Poofy has a chance to cut around and gets a good hit. Defat is able to save it. Oh, what a save! And there we go. Poofy stopping this one, keeping it inside the Gator zone. Kitty Meow is gonna get beat by Defat, going up, can't get that touch, but Poofy is able to stop this and gets plenty of time, but unfortunately doesn't go for that boost and gets an awkward one with Chris with a K. Missing this one, and Defat is an open goal. Can't get there. Chris with a K has an open goal and does get there, and unfortunately, a little bit of panic leads to a goal.
Defat learning how to shoot open nets from me. JK, LOL, he's just a very nice guy. He likes to get this assist. That's what it is. And Chris able to throw that in there, giving the Gators the lead here in game 4. A minute and 41 seconds in. A lot longer than what we would have figured. But Defat throwing that out. Poofy will collect this. Chris and Poofy both boostless. Kitty having grabbed that corner. However, Defat is able to get there, gets a touch on it, but that's going to be a wide open net attempt because it was not the best touch. Went right back into Kitty's car. We have ourselves a tied game so shortly after that.
Yeah, that's a good 50. Good block by Kitty Meow Meow and a good read by Poofy to come back in on that and not staying too far away. They've been playing very tight together. They've been playing a good job. That's a good win by the Gators, and Defat goes up for it. That's going to go in. What a shot off of that kickoff.
Oof. Indeed. Gators able to get themselves the second goal and retake the lead. Poofy off right there, unable to quite get his little paws on that ball to throw it wide, and of course for Defat, but a fantastic kickoff goal nonetheless. Chris bumping both Huskies and stealing the boost is huge in that situation. But Poofy able to get back, grab the corner, puts a shot on target. Chris getting the shot, but does get beat. Defat throwing it wide, but gets demoed. Hitty, accidental touch there. Chris, no boost, trying to beat out Poofy. Sends it just barely wide. Poofy able to collect it, send it back out. But a great touch there. That's going to be a shot on target by Defat. Kitty caught coming out of the kennel a little too quickly and getting punished for it.
Oh, I mean, hindsight is 50-50, and hindsight, I think Kitty probably would have made it, or at least 50 that, because they had the way that they turned, they made a little wide this thing. Had they gone straight on, but that's, again, 50-50. Poofy's going to send this with Defat. Kitty Meow is going to take that mid. It's going to hit off the ceiling, unfortunately. Nobody there for him. Trying to bump Chris, can't get the bump. Chris with a K gets bumped after that touch, though. Poofy sending it right back in. Defat sending it right back to Kitty Meow Meow, who saves it and sends it right back in, looking for a play on Chris with a K. Can't quite dunk it. That would have been pretty good by Kitty Meow Meow.
Poofy not throwing that out, kind of avoiding getting demoed by Chris while he does so. Defat thought he would be able to get a touch off that, but Poofy was able to get there, and that's a 1v1. Defat is able to get there. A little bit of awkward driving around. Go for the bump on Defat. I kind of like it, but at the same time, now it's a 2v1. Poofy in an awkward position, but does get the touch back. It's just KG. It's a very intense game.
This is intense. Just 3-1 doesn't mean anything. Poofy's going to try to make a play, but Chris with the K is able to read that. Kitty's keeping it in. That's actually on target. Can Poofy dunk this? It cannot. This ball's dangerous. Chris with a K having to touch it and does. Meow Meow has some boost, trying to punch it forward, but Defat reads that one pretty well as they come across. Poofy's able to get this one inside the Gators corner, but Chris with a K sending it to the opposite side. Poofy trying to make a play, sending it underneath as Chris with a K, but Poofy has this one from their corner as Defat reading this one, and it does not go in until Defat sends it off the post.
Indeed, Gators now 4-1. This is a very favorable position for them, of course. The minute, or just under a minute remaining. Huskies able to come back Potentially, maybe Chris and DFAT finally have found their rhythm against this team. Found the well,
Still playing tech.
maybe they found how to adapt to Kitty coming in here with his play style versus how elite typically is. But that's a great kickoff goal for the Husky team to give them plenty of time, as you were just saying, to come back in this game.
Ooh, another good 50 kickoff, but we've got an opportunity. It's Chris with a K. Poofy is able to steal that and take the other boost, and now gets a little bit awkward. DFAT needs to get up. Poofy looking for flip reset back of the wall, looking for double tap. He gets the double tap. What a play! Highlight clip that 40 seconds ago.
A beautiful little butt touchdown by Poofy after that.
That's a nice hit.
That I couldn't tell because Poofy's car was in the way if it hit off of Chris's car or if it was just straight up in regardless. But with 40 seconds remaining, Huskies scored 2 goals so quickly. Poofy needs to touch that or it's a goal, and he does. Kitty come charging at it, but DFAT able to maintain the ball and get the boost. Gets the favorable 50. Goes for the second. Poofy was beat as well. I didn't see that until it was too late. Chris unable to get across. Poofy gets another touch on it as the Gators are trying to shoot it. Poofy is just that guy who's everywhere. But KG, 15 seconds remaining. He has to be everywhere, but he has to be everywhere right now. And unfortunately for the Huskies, Chris is able to slide one in to extend that lead back up to 2 with 10 seconds remaining. Not impossible, but very improbable that the Huskies come back in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, they were boostless for too long. They didn't have anything to get back in the tank. This was a great comeback right here. Poofy needs to get like a flip reset off the... I mean, he technically got somebody to commit. They have a chance here. They punch it down. I mean, weirder things have happened. Let me tell you right now, weirder things have happened. But it's just a tall order with 3 seconds.
Indeed. They were able to score a kick. I mean, it is very possible. People do mess up kickoffs. It is very possible for a ball to go straight into the net. We'll have to see. Chris cheating up. Kitty goes for the ball. He doesn't get the touch, and that will touch the ground. Gators taking this to game 5 now. And KG, this is a very intense situation to find ourselves in. Gators out shooting the Huskies, but Huskies only 1 goal down.
Yeah, that was a slugfest. I mean, there was chances right there for each team. Gators come out on top with a great win. I mean, at first it was convincing, and then the Huskies just came storming. Poofy came storming back. Kitty Meow Meow made some great plays, good hits, good bumps, and just led to some nice things, but unfortunately not able to pull it off at the end with that devastating 5th goal against before they got their 4th, of course. So I mean, I don't know. I'm another game 5.
Hopefully this one's not a game 5 OT as well, right? Or hopefully
no, not
it
hopefully.
is.
Hopefully it is. Yeah.
Let's torture everybody with what's going to might happen.
I want everybody to stay up with me.
Oh
with
man.
me and you.
Oh, man.
We had a different producer get to go to bed.
I mean, some of us got a job, man. Come on.
I think that was the whole reason. We have a quote-unquote storm.
Yeah,
well, there's a storm brewing on the field there, Galloway.
That is Thor missing out on this storm due to his own. But DFAT will get a favorable kickoff that will go mid. Chris and DFAT both went for the same midfield boost. Chris was able to get back to it in time, but had used up all of that boost he got. DFAT will get this clear away from Kitty. Poofy's getting chased by DFAT, but will win to the ball. Chris with very low boost goes for the save, but it does go wide. DFAT getting a favorable 50, but Poofy is just there, but does not get the touch he needs. But nobody from the Gators has the boost in position to get to it in time. And Poofy will just go up and away. Gets a flip reset, throws it low. DFAT not ready for the low. And Poofy with an insane goal to open this up in game 5.
Poofy's had a lot of really nice plays this series. So if Poofy just goes off, it's going to be dangerous for the Gators. The Huskies living on land. The Gators are pretty fast, but sometimes, you know, that cold-bloodedness, they gotta rest after a few minutes. So we're going to see what happens here. Can Kitty Meow Meow get that angle? Cannot. Poofy is looking to bother Chris with a K, but instead steals that mid boost. Probably a good move. Flip Chris with a K can't quite get that flip reset on. Kid Meow is going to try to challenge DFAT, but DFAT unfortunately sends it off the wall. Poofy gets a good touch, trying to fake Chris with a K, and does. What a stall by Poofy. Chris with a K didn't go for the first shot fake, but the second little fake was the stall.
And not only that, DFAT
Just a little.
going for the demo, but doesn't go far enough in front of Poofy, as Poofy is able to avoid it. This is a roaring start for this Husky. But that's fantastic. Kickoff going to go straight down. Chris dead.
way.
DFAT unable to respond. Poofy does clear it. Kitty unable to extend it with the second touch, but DFAT will throw it back into Chris's loving arms. Chris gets it past Kitty.
Double
Can he
tap.
get another touch? He
No
cannot.
way.
DFAT's not there to throw that in, and Gators miss a golden opportunity that was very hard to come by.
Yeah, Meow is going to get that mid boost and try to punch this forward, and does. Poofy can't get that touch on it, but this is centered in the middle. Poofy with a good demo. Kitty gets an awkward touch, and that's a little dangerous, as that could have been a good hit by DFAT, just doesn't come to fruition. Kitty Meow trying to get a touch, can't quite get that. Chris with the K has a chance here to get a great goal, just can't yet again, as Meow not able to get this, but Poofy is able to get that save, and my goodness, this is incredible, as Chris with the K tried to sneak it underneath, not able to get it, and just Gators just not quite finding the back of the net yet.
And they're doing everything they can to fight hard to get it too.
Aw.
They are starving Poofy. They are doing all they could, but finally the boost starvation paid off. Finally, all the maneuvers to put them in a 2v1 paid off. And DFAT was able to beat out Kitty. Poofy still with no boost. Probably got boost by that point, but still couldn't get back in time. Unable to do anything but watch, as DFAT was able to dribble and control that ball into the net to give them their first goal 2 minutes and 5 seconds in to cut this lead in half.
Hey, Meow sending it to Poofy. Chris with the K playing the wall there pretty good, but not able to play Kitty Meow. Oh, great demo by DFAT, but Kitty decides to turn on that one instead of going for it. And that's a great 50 by Chris with the K, but Poofy has to stop it and is able to get that corner boost. Chris with the K with a great shot opportunity, but Poofy punching across DFAT. Open goal opportunity, and Poofy's going to send this in, extending this lead just over halftime.
Indeed, Gators overextend and get caught and punished for it as well. Poofy, this mastermind of a Rocket League player, this Dr. Evil of RL, just controlling and manipulating, able to make things go his way, and sometimes comical, sometimes just like, oh my god, he just did that kind of way. It is a fantastic game to watch. A great pass. Nothing happened there. Poofy gonna have to rush back. Gators caught into an awkward position of their own making, it feels like. Chris going for the demo, can't get anywhere near even Kitty's shadow, but does get double demo, and that will leave the net wide open. Gators able to score their second after finally saying enough is enough. It's time for everyone to die.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised at the second demo. That one on my screen, when I was looking at it, looked like it was a little behind, but then looking at the replay, it changes things. So it was just a little, got the clip the back end. Great demo by Chris of the K and a great play by Chris of the K. And this is what they needed. Chris of the K has no boost. Poofy does have a teeny bit, is able to get a small clear. Going back to get that boost is Poofy. DFAT with very little on there. Ooh. Great save by Poofy. That was on target. Demo by Poofy. Kitty Meow just has to send this forward. Up to Poofy. Poofy sends it in, slams it home, and shuts that door for now.
Oh, we had Huskies
That was
up.
a powerful hand.
It was, man. It's a very beautiful. Chris just spawned in, unable to do anything about it. Minute 43 remaining. Gators down by 2. Fighting hard, struggling to come back. And it's just, there's not a whole lot you can say other than just saying wow to this game, how this series is progressing. It just, you can tell the strain and the stress on this Gators team, the cracks of the glue coming undone as they are just unforced error after unforced error.
I'm going to tell you something. Poofy is playing absolutely lights out right now, slamming that, but that's 71 miles an hour off of that hit. That was a nasty hit as Kitty Meow meeting Chris with a K and getting that 50 off to the side, almost directly down the middle. DFAT having to send this into Huskies territory. Poofy coming across and is able to get a nice touch and gets the corner. And Chris with a K not able to demo Kitty Meow Meow. A 51 by Poofy, but Chris with a K here. Kitty trying to get in there. Nice win by Chris with a K. Nice and move. Gets it around Poofy, but not able to get it inside the goal. And we're coming up on a minute to go. A 3-goal lead for the Huskies. And it's just a bit rough right now if you're the Gators. Maybe not.
I mean, it's still very rough, but they will certainly take the very, very rare error from Poofy and this Huskies team to take a free shot like that right there to throw that in. They're down by 2, which ain't a whole lot, especially with the minute remaining, KG, but against this team where Poofy has just been playing out of his ever-loving mind, man.
No, this is a good move by Poofy. He's coming across the wall, trying to beat DFAT. Does get a little bit of a win on DFAT. Chris with the K keeping it in. This is not quite dangerous. Good job by Kitty Meow Meow and great read by Poofy. And this is a good clear. And Poofy went for a demo. Chris with a K went for the boost and got the boost. Chris with a K with a great touch. And now got a 2v1. Good job by Chris with a K getting it over and great follow-up. And we have a crazy ball game under 30 seconds to go, Galloway.
An absolutely beautiful job by Chris. Looking it past both of them and then racing out of Poofy, who was just barely behind to get that save. But Gators are still down with 26 seconds remaining. Chris will try to get this kickoff. Will win it and get the boost from Poofy, but Poofy trying to fight hard with what little bit he has is able to get there. DFAT not going for it, seeing what happened. But DFAT getting beat out by Poofy. Chris getting dunked on by Poofy. Chris want to try to get control of this ball. We are in the final countdown. Poofy coming for the demo. That's going to be a flick up. DFAT unable to get that on target. Kitty getting a pitch past Chris.
That's
and the Huskies have taken this series in a game 5-4 fashion. And man,
what a series. Yeah, what a series. Oh my god, we almost had that overtime we were looking for. Or I was looking for, I should say. Poofy yet again flirting with quad digits. My brain hurts. Just a little bit. Not a lot. I mean, that was a great series. My gosh, both teams fought so hard. Both teams played so well, but my goodness, the Huskies just eking it out at the end. Poofy is an absolute animal.
Indeed, Poofy absolutely playing his ever-loving brakes off of that car.
Right.
What a fantastic...
That transmission is in a bad mood. Or a great mood.
Indeed, and there's not going to be enough time for interviews as it is almost 11 p.m. Some of us have to get home, or not home, but get a shower and still go to bed. So
yeah,
unfortunately, there's no time for it. But KG, if you could just close this, bring us home and close this out, brother. For what a fantastic weekend it has been for Week 10.
Yes, it has been an absolute wonder for Week 10. This was a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, but we don't have anything else for tonight. We do have something coming up this week. It's called the playoffs. You be ready for it because the FDL, this is about to get more intense than anything you've seen because it's coming up this weekend. We look forward to seeing you. Honk, honk.
Honk, honk, indeed. Everybody have a fantastic night and a great week.